And in this lesson, we will talk about using the text tool and font to spice up your Instagram stories. Since I first started using Instagram stories, Instagram guys have been adding more and more fonts, which is super cool. So let's look at some of the examples. As a proud plants owner, I took a picture of my orchids and tested few different fonts. Actually, this is pretty cool with all the new font types and backgrounds and colors you can add to that. So you can also add font with a drop shadow, marker style, and you can change the foreground and background color of the font now from dark to light version of your selected color. But what I like the most is that you can get creative with text alignments and you can combine the fonts. So here I would just select the image from the gallery and upload it to the story, and I would go to the text tool. And as an example, I will be using image from Lisbon. Lisbon is well known for its super cute trams that roam the city. I just love the look of them, so I will use the text to write something about the trams. I will test out different fonts to see what fits with my design, and I will settle on the typewriter font. Here I will also play a bit with the text color by clicking on the rainbow wheel icon on the top to access the color and select the color with the color picker at the bottom left from the image, so the text will fit nicely with the video. By clicking on the A icon on top, you can change the pink color of the text from the foreground to the background. Either the text is pink or the color behind the text is pink now, as you can see. Next, I will write trams, but this time in a different font. I will select the font which looks good in a bigger size, and I will write text in the neon font because I feel like this calligraphy font fits nicely here. At the end, I will write "In Lisbon are awesome" to finalize the text. And here you can test other fonts and place the text below the word trams. And there you go, we have interesting story created within minutes with a cool layered text. And as you can see, you can experiment with combining different fonts and font sizes. As a next example, let's create an effect of hanging text shop sign. So here I will go with my sketches or behind the scenes drawing video, and I will write work in progress. You can test out different fonts again, but for this one I feel like the first font fits nicely. Then by tapping on the rainbow wheel icon on the bottom and selecting the color picker, I will choose some of the colors from the background and settle on one I like the most. By clicking again on the A icon on the top, I change the solid color behind the text. Then to create the lines for the sign, tap on the A icon again to get your keyboard and keep holding the underscore. This creates a solid line. Before doing anything else, you can copy the selected underscore text. Then take this line as an object and reposition it with your 2 fingers so it looks like it's hanging from the ceiling. Similar to a shop sign you may have seen before outside. When you are done, repeat this process. Select the text tool and copy your underscore text, and then this will create a second line. You can reposition this line again as well, and when these lines are parallel with each other, they will create this hanging sign. Ta-da! And now we have a hanging sign look. I quite like this look. And now let's move on to another example. In this example, let's use the underestimated vertical text, and let's add little something special to it. First, as in the most of the cases, I will use some of the basic filters by swiping left or right on the screen. I usually swipe right. I like the Cairo one the most because it creates this warm feeling to the image. Then I will select the font with rounded background color behind it when it's highlighted, and in this case is the second to last font. I will write only one letter at a time and select the color from my image. Then I create the second letter of my word color. And this time I will select the different color from the image, so the background of the letter is different. Then I will place the letter O, under the letter C, and continue like this with different colors, always selecting another color for the background of the text. When I'm done with this part, I will write word explorations to test how it works with the keyboard. I hit enter every time I write the next letter to create the vertical look. You can keep the layout like this with the background color, or you can add a different text to balance out the composition on the bottom right. I actually like to balance the composition in a different way, as I mentioned, so I will try different fonts and different background colors in the right bottom corner. So as you can see, you can always try and experiment with the different things, different fonts and different layouts, and you can of course have fun with it and see what you like the most. As a final detail, I will go to the smiley face icon again on the top to access the GIFs, and I write lines to find nice simple GIFs of wobbly lines to make the text even more visible. It looks a little bit more like it's shining now. And as I said before, there are many other ways how you can play and experiment with the text tool, using different layouts, different backgrounds, and positioning the letters around the image. So here are two more examples how I try to play with different fonts and placing the letters around the image. At the end, I will add a link to my color palette class in case someone seeing this story gets inspired by the colors and would like to check out how to find the perfect color palette they like, or they just want to experiment with colors. Now go ahead and create your own stories using the text tool and experiment with different layouts, different fonts, and share them in the project section. I'm looking forward to see your creations using the text tool, and in the next lesson we will talk about using GIFs and stickers to make your stories even more fun. We looked at this already a little bit here, but let's explore more. See you there!